Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joffrey Noodle Legs here today. Today I've got another movie review for you today. Today I've got it's quite a modern horror film released by Arrow. It's and it's called The Last Matinee. Now I believe this is made by either Argentinian or uh, Uruguay company. It's in the Spanish with English subtitles. I'll just tell you a little bit about this edition. It is in Spanish language with English subtitles. This is made by Arrow. It comes with a slipcase. There's the disc there. We've got the disc in there. And it also comes with a poster. Show you the poster. I think it's double-sided. You've got the English version of the poster, and then you've got the Spanish version of the poster, and it's got a reversible sleeve which is the same as the poster. It also comes with a booklet telling you all about the film. And there's got original storyboards in there, which is quite cool. Cool little booklet. So this is this edition. So what is The Last Matinee? Okay, like I said, it's a South American slasher film. Excuse me, just having a little drink. Mark the Spider Guy cut. Yeah, it's a slasher film, and it's sort of like a homage to the 80s. Well, it's a homage to the 80s, but it's set in 1993, which was a bit strange. I mean, just set it in the 80s, but that's what they've done. Anyway, it's about a cinema showing a horror film, and there's a killer, and he sort of locks the cinema up and kills everybody that's in the cinema. There's not many people in there. It's and he just goes around sort of killing them. It's like a mixture of demons, I suppose, because that's set in the cinema and they're watching a horror film, so there's that sort of connection. But that's again the homage that I'm telling you about, and it's also mixed with like a bit of probably something like stage fright with the killer. Yeah, so the killer has a sort of craving for eyeballs, and he takes the eyeballs out of his victims and he eats them. You don't see much of that in there, but it's given that premise. Anyway, it's basically about the cinema. It's about a young girl that goes up to her dad works as a projectionist, and she sends him home, and she takes his place in the projection, doing her homework, and the film's running. And while that's running, everyone down there's getting sort of killed off one by one. She finally sees what's happens because the film sort of damages, and she checks it out and sees what's happening. She and a couple of others tried to escape the cinema, and that's the premises of the film. There's no other story to it, and that's pretty much what it is. It's yeah, it is, like I said, a homage to the 80s sort of slasher films when they just had one storyline sort of thing. You know, like demons, they were all trapped inside the cinema, and there was demons going around and they were trying to escape. Well, this is the same thing, but with a killer, not demons. Um, the positives about the film, okay, it's shot really well. It's really well filmed, um, and it's really gory. It's got some really good gore in there. It's quite good kills. Um, the acting is hard to say because in Spanish, but yeah, it seems fair enough, believable. You know, there's a group of teens. There's a bloke and a woman on a date, which is a bit has a bit of a ew moment. Yeah, when she does something to him in the cinema, it's not very very pleasant for him, I suppose. But there we go. And there's a young girl in there on her own. There's an old man on his own. There's a young kid in there that's sort of hid inside there to hide to watch this horror film. And they're watching this film called they're watching some sort of version of Frankenstein. Anyway, they're all watching this film. So that's quite cool. Um, I love anything that's to do with sort of 80s slashers, as you know. So that's another great plus for the film. Um, and it's a good length. It's not too long. I think it's about just over an hour and a half. And I think that was long enough because there was not enough people in the cinema to be killed off. So now we're going to the negatives, and that is one of the negatives. There wasn't enough people in there being killed off, and I just think it just needed that just a few more kills in there to have made this awesome. Instead, it was just great, But instead of just being great, it could have been awesome. But yeah, that's the negative in there. Um, Other negatives, it would have been nice to have had a sort of English audio sort of dub, which a lot of these films do have, and this one doesn't. That would have been quite nice, to be honest. But another great plus about this one is obviously the actual product's really nice, and it's got loads of extra features, and it's even got an extra movie on there, and it's got some short films on there. Um, I'm a bit gutted because the American release of this, um, I'm not sure if it's through Vinegar Syndrome. I'm not sure, but they have the the Frankenstein movie they're watching. They have that on there. Now that would have been cool to have had that on this as well, but it's not. But there we are. So that's it really. So I'm going to give this a great watch. Um, so I'm not going to give it an essential or must watch. It's a great watch. So I'm going to score it 7.5 out of 10. And it would have got a bit higher if there'd been more killings in there. It's just a lack of the sort of kills that sort of spoils, because the gore's there, and there's some quite unique killings in there which are pretty cool. But it just needed just a little bit more, just to give it that sort of that was really brilliant. And you come out thinking it. But I come out watching it thinking, oh, that was a great film. Really enjoyed it. Really fun film. And I thought, yeah, I can watch that again. And so that's just what I got out of it. I thought it was a great film, and I could easily watch it again. So if you like your sort of 80s and 90s slashers, this is for you. You know, if you don't mind subtitled films, which I mean, most of you probably don't. I don't. This will be for you. And the soundtrack's really cool. It's got that real sort of demons sort of soundtrack to it, which I love. It's really cool. It's got a sort of demonsy, sort of cyberpunky sort of soundtrack, which I really enjoyed. That's another plus. I forgot about that. So I'm bumping that up to 8 now, from 7.5 to 8, because I forgot about the soundtrack. So 8 out of 10. Definitely watch that if you're into those sort of films. Right, so that's the Last Matinee. I've got some more reviews coming up. I'm not sure what films. Like I said, I would like to watch that Hateful Eight and review that at some point. But there is a few more sort of films I'm going to be reviewing and putting up, as well as some more top 10s coming. I've still got to do my Asian cinema one, which I will do. I haven't forgotten it, guys. I just get busy doing other things. And also, like you might have seen on my channel, I'm starting to do a few music ones. I've got a few more of those coming up. I think I'm going to be doing my favourite top 10 David Bowie albums. So if you're into music, maybe that's your thing. And of course, I'll be posting some more videos up of my spiders, which I don't see any of them out and about at the moment. But yeah, they're normally out and about. But yeah, there'll be more videos of them coming up. So please go and check out the Horror Geek, Sarah of Horror, Horror and Todge, Man v Film, and the Horror Geek. Check out those channels, guys. And until next time, look after yourselves, and I really hope I'll see you all soon.